So I wanted to share a little bit of this experience. It's going to be trying to not make you seasick or me seasick. But I'm walking in Dallas City Park, which is a park I've walked in, well, I would say 300 out of 365 days per year since 2005 when we moved here. And I love this park. And I was just noticing, let me turn behind me, see the leaves falling. It's like letting myself be enveloped by a golden snow globe with these leaves falling down. And because it doesn't get terribly cold here in Oregon in the winters, we don't get the true vivid, vibrant leaves that are often found in other areas, such as I recall on the East Coast. But every so often we do get a tree with a certain vibrancy that can just kind of stop me in my tracks, like the other day when I was walking. Yeah, but I love paths. I love paths. And when there's a fork in the road, which way to go, right? But that one's calling me more. Although I do want to stop and pay heed to that tree, that orangey copper colored tree. So I'm going to go on this path. It takes me through the woods on a slope. Most of these trees are deciduous, so they're going to be dropping all of their leaves. Hi, squirrel. Hey, little squirrel. Yeah, but just like looking ahead and watching the leaves falling slowly, it's evocative. It's a melancholy thing. It's this passing of one season into another, one chapter of life into another. I was born in the autumn, but it's always been a challenging season for me. The ending of summer, and I love summers here in Oregon, for the most part, anyway. I don't miss those those spikes of 100-degree days when it just gets pretty awful. But I do, for the most part, love living in a place where I get all the four seasons, but none of them are extreme. So I get to enjoy being outdoors in all of these seasons. So there's an expanse of the park over there, picnic areas, and gosh, so many memories here, so many memories. I want to come up here to an area that means a lot to me. How exciting is this, huh? I want to go down this little part here, which is a fun little turn in the road, and we're going to come up against a little part of the creek. Oh, and passersby. Good morning. Oh, nope, afternoon. So in the springtime, usually, sometime in April, the end of April, early May, this whole expanse here under the trees turns into a riot of purple. It ends up looking like a living Renoir painting that we can just step into. I love this. Look at this moss growing here on the edge. That beautiful vivid green, soft, inviting. So yeah, this whole area, all of this area from the road all the way back, as far as you can see, all of the under part of these trees turns absolutely vivid purpley blue from the camas lilies that are native to this area. So here is a Japanese tea garden. It's kind of neglected. Unfortunately, we've got things like broken benches. Once upon a time, it was a truly beautiful thing. But I want to show you a place that has rather inordinate significance for me. Here's a rustic bridge, slippery when wet. Oh yes, I have found myself nearly ice skating on that when it gets frosty in the winter. All right, so coming up here, this is my bridge. Speaking of something that looks like it's out of a Renoir painting, it's a little small foot traffic bridge, and there's a closed sign here. Afternoon.
Hello.
They closed the bridge. I wonder why. Do you know why?
I don't know. That's the first I've seen.
That's my bridge. I'd like to go on that bridge.
Oh.
I would have to defy the city of Dallas to go on the bridge.
Well,
I hope they're not getting rid of it.
my guess would be maybe deteriorating planes.
Yeah.
But
You're being videoed for Facebook, by the way. Yeah,
hello, Facebook.
Yes, it's your moment. It's your 15 minutes of fame right here. Didn't know it was going to happen right now, did you?
Well, if you do go on it, be careful.
Yes. Well, I'm thinking not. I think I'm going to talk about it.
Fair enough.
But I spent a lot of time doing a lot of emotional surrendering on this bridge, facing the sun that we imagine is there. Yeah. Oh well, if they're repairing it, I hope it gets back to its original beauty, for sure.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the chat.
Well, take it easy.
See you on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that bridge right there has a lot of memories for me. I am prone to going right there in the center of the bridge, and I face east, which is this direction, and usually the sun peeks through the sky up there, and I surrender whatever's going on in my life, whatever's troubling me. Oh, look, more leaves falling. Yeah, golden snow globe. So I get in the middle of the bridge and I assume either a kneeling position or a standing with my arms raised up to the sky, like a human Y position. And sometimes I ask, why? Why is XYZ happening to me? Or help, please. And ultimately I surrender. I surrender to what is. And what I've noticed lately, I'm going to keep walking while I talk. What I've noticed lately is that, well, I'm remembering something really more than recognizing, because I keep forgetting. So I get to keep remembering and therefore realizing truths. And one profound truth for me lately is that life, which is in cahoots with my soul, the part of me, the part of life that loves me so much that it won't let me sleepwalk through my life, that part orchestrates and aligns things, situations, circumstances, relationships, experiences that reveal to me exactly where I am not yet liberated from the things that would hinder me, limit me. So those false beliefs that I have perhaps believed my entire life since early childhood, and my maladaptive conclusions that I formed when I was still too young to have a higher mental grasp of what was true. Oh, and I just want to stop and notice. Look at the bark on this magnificent tree. I'm trying to see if I can find leaves to determine what kind of tree it is. The canopy, don't want to fall in a hole. The canopy is way up there. I'm next to an elm tree, and there's also, what is that? That's an oak. I don't know what this is. I can't see but look at that bark. Just the texture of it is magnificent. I mean, it looks like it's been sculpted. Wow. That's an ancient tree. And the moss, here it is. Okay, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Gotta stop chasing rabbits and trees. Stick to the topic at hand. Yeah. You know, what if everything is really okay and working out in my favor, in your favor, in your life, except for the stories we tell ourselves, which are based on false assumptions and beliefs and conclusions that we formed when we were too young, too exclusively emotional, too unable to yet contend with what was happening to us. And then, of course, we get triggered by things that remind us of those earlier experiences. But what if everything really is okay and life is working out in our favor? And what if we can just surrender to what's happening right here, right now? Like that water down there. Look at that water. It's just flowing around all the various obstacles, the rocks, the fallen limbs, the plants that have grown over in the drought of summer. And that water just finds a way. It doesn't get trapped. It doesn't get stuck. It flows. And what if we let go of the side of the riverbank? What if we stopped resisting the flow? What if we didn't cling to the rocks and the branches and the plants, and we just let go and we went downstream? What if we quit trying to frantically swim upstream and we just surrendered and went with the flow? What would that be like? What would it be like if I did that right here, right now, today? Nature has so much to teach us. Life has so much to show us, if only we will listen and receive the message. So that's a very long video, and I think I'm going to end it right there. I think that's enough. Bye-bye.